Wayne Bennett has finally broken his stony silence, but instead of the usual defiant banter, he has revealed a deep-seated regret that has secretly haunted his legendary career for decades. For a man who has won 7 premierships and commanded the respect of every giant in the game, the admission is nothing short of a thunderbolt. He recently confessed that his greatest sorrow isn't a lost grand final or a tactical blunder, but rather the way he handled his initial departure from the Brisbane Broncos. He admitted that the bridge-burning exit and the fractured relationships with the club's founding fathers left a permanent scar on his soul that no trophy could ever truly heal. This legendary figure, known for his cold exterior, suddenly looked vulnerable as he reflected on the human cost of his relentless pursuit of success. It is a rare, raw glimpse into the heart of a man we thought we knew. Subscribe to all sports updates. The weight of this confession has sent ripples through the entire rugby league community, as fans grapple with the idea of a regretful super coach. Bennett's career has always been defined by his my way or the highway attitude, a philosophy that built dynasties but evidently left a trail of personal wreckage in its wake. He spoke about the sleepless nights spent wondering if the pride was worth the price of losing lifelong friends and the sense of belonging at the club he built from the ground up. This isn't just a sports story, it's a masterclass in the complexity of legacy and the realization that even at the summit of your profession, you can still feel completely alone. The narrative of the master manipulator has shifted, revealing a man who is now acutely aware of the ticking clock and the importance of making amends before the final whistle. As he prepares for yet another high-stakes season, Bennett seems to be coaching with a different energy, one focused on reconciliation as much as victory. Those close to him suggest that this leaked regret is the reason behind his more compassionate approach with the younger stars in his current squad. He no longer wants to be remembered just as a winning machine, but as a mentor who didn't let the business of the game kill the humanity of the people within it. The leaked transcripts of his recent heart-to-heart with senior officials show a man desperate to ensure his final chapter isn't written in the same ink as his first exit. He is actively reaching out to old rivals and former players, trying to mend fences that have been broken for 30 years. It's a race against time for the 75-year-old icon to find peace. All sports updates. The tragedy of the situation is that while Bennett is ready to apologize, many of those he hurt are no longer around to hear it or have moved on entirely. This creates a haunting atmosphere around his current campaign, as every win feels like a temporary distraction from the internal search for closure. Players have noted that Wayne has become uncharacteristically reflective during team meetings, often sharing anecdotes about his mistakes rather than just his triumphs. He is teaching them that the trophies gather dust, but the way you treat people is what truly echoes in the halls of history. This shift in perspective has made the locker room a more emotional space, with the team rallying around a coach who is finally showing his scars. It is a powerful reminder that even the strongest among us carry burdens that the public never sees until the very end. Critics are divided on whether this new, reflective Bennett is a sign of wisdom or a sign that the master has finally lost his edge. Some argue that a coach who looks backward can never truly focus on the battle in front of him, but the results on the field suggest otherwise. If anything, his vulnerability has created a deeper bond with his players, who are now willing to run through brick walls for a man they see as a father figure rather than a dictator. The storytelling of his life is reaching its climax, and the one regret has become the driving force behind his quest for one last premiership. He wants to prove that you can be both a winner and a man of character, even if it took him half a century to realize it. This is the ultimate redemption arc. In a shocking twist, it's been revealed that Bennett has kept a private journal for years, documenting every decision he wished he could take back. This secret ledger of regrets is allegedly the source of his recent openness, as he looks to clear his conscience while he still has the platform to do so. From the controversial sacking of Wally Lewis to the messy transitions between clubs, every major event is analyzed through a lens of hindsight and humility. It is a far cry from the man who once refused to give reporters anything more than a one-word answer. Now, he is the one starting the conversations, seeking out those he marginalized and offering genuine words of contrition. The league has never seen anything like it. The ultimate Hardman of sport is softening before our very eyes. The impact of this revelation on the South Sydney Rabbitohs culture cannot be overstated, as the club prepares to welcome him back into the fold. There is a sense that they aren't just getting a coach, they are getting a man on a mission to right the wrongs of the past. The board is reportedly giving him more autonomy than ever before, trusting that his newfound perspective will lead to a more sustainable era of success. The fans are also responding with overwhelming support, seeing the legend as more relatable than ever. The regret has humanized a figure who was previously seen as an untouchable enigma. Every press conference has now become must-see TV, as everyone waits to see what other truths the master coach is willing to unveil in his twilight years. As we look toward the future, the question remains whether Bennett can truly find the peace he is searching for through football. Can a grand final win in 2025 truly erase the guilt of 1988? For Bennett, the answer seems to be that while the past is set in stone, the future is still a blank page. He is determined to fill that page with acts of kindness, mentorship, and a legacy that transcends the win-loss column. The legendary coach is no longer just playing for the scoreboard, he is playing for his soul. It's a compelling narrative that has captured the imagination of the sporting world, proving that it's never too late to acknowledge your mistakes and strive to be better. The world of rugby league is watching, and for once, Wayne Bennett is okay with being seen. The final whistle is still a long way off, but the legacy of Wayne Bennett is already being rewritten by his own hand. He has turned a career of dominance into a journey of self-discovery, showing us that even the most successful among us have things they wish they could do differently. This revealed regret will be the footnote that defines his greatness more than any championship ring ever could. It serves as a powerful lesson for all of us about the importance of bridges and the danger of burning them in the heat of ambition. As the sun sets on his unmatched career, the master coach is finally finding the music inside him that he spent a lifetime trying to hide. The story of Wayne Bennett is far from over, but the most important chapter has just begun. All sports updates. Would you like me to write a similar deep dive script on another NRL legend's career, or perhaps a breakdown of the biggest player movements expected in the next season?